What's going on, you guys? So I've got a little bit of a different video for you today than what I would normally upload to this channel. So in Canada, police have recovered a total of 13 human feet that have washed ashore on a beach from a nearby ocean. Now, these feet have washed ashore since 2007, with this 13th foot having been found in late 2017. According to the man who reported the foot, he says that he was out walking his Rottweiler, when all of a sudden the dog just darted off as if he was trying to lead his owner to something. The owner then followed the dog and ended up digging up what was actually a human foot with part of the leg still attached. The man then took the foot back to his home and locked it in his greenhouse until police could arrive to actually, take the foot in for examination. Now, after they examined this foot, they did get DNA samples and everything, but so far they haven't released who this foot and leg may belong to. But what's a little bit odd is that police say that this isn't actually an uncommon thing to happen. Apparently all sorts of human body parts just wash ashore all the time with basically no reason. Though specifically human feet, like I mentioned a second ago, have been washing up since 2007. The first one was discovered in August of 2007, and by July of 2008, 5 additional feet had also been found. Then by February of 2016, the total was all the way up to 12. Now obviously this has a lot of people thinking that there could have been some sort of, serial killer or something like that going on. But when you take a look at the science behind it, what actually appears to be happening is that, say when a body is dumped in the ocean, after rigor mortis has done its thing and it's kind of died off, the body's just going to be floating around, be it on the bottom of the ocean, on the top, or somewhere in between. It's just basically going to be flopping around like a wet sheet of paper. Now what this does is it kind of gradually degrades all of the cartilage and the muscle that's actually attaching the bones to the body. Over time they start to break down and your limbs will basically just detach. If your body's been left in the water for a very, very long time and, there's waves and fish bumping into you and stuff like that. According to certain researchers, the feet and legs are usually the first limbs to detach. And while that explanation may not seem all that creepy or eerie on the surface, the problem is that no one exactly knows where these bodies are coming from and why they're in the ocean to begin with. Which kind of leads you back to the theory of, a possible serial killer or something along those lines. Though police have since said that 8 of the feet that they've found have actually been accounted for and they've tracked them down to a missing person, with them saying that for all 8 of these people there was no foul play involved whatsoever. But they refuse to disclose what actually happened to these people, which again has the public wondering, is there something that police are trying to cover up? For the time being, it looks like we may not get the answer to that question. But one thing that we do know is that there are likely hundreds if not thousands of bodies simply floating around in the ocean and their limbs are just steadily washing up every year. Actually, interestingly enough, when my wife was younger, I think she was between 12 and 14, somewhere in there, she and a friend were actually walking along a lake close to where we live in Arkansas. And she and her friend actually found a human leg that had washed up on the shore of a lake. And according to police, they believe that a very similar thing had happened in that scenario too. That there was a body that was likely dumped in the lake nearby and, over time the limbs just detached and my wife happened to stumble across one of the legs. But in the area that we live in, foul play was, in my personal opinion, foul play was very, very likely involved, in that specific instance. But in the Canadian instances that we're talking about here, 13 feet, even though police say that there's likely no foul play involved, I just personally find that really hard to believe. What logical and non-foul reason could there be for 13 dead bodies to be in the ocean, just off the coast of Canada? It doesn't really add up. But anyway, let me know what you guys think may be going on here in the comments. Do you think there's some sort of a cover-up or some sort of conspiracy going on? Or do you just think that, honestly, people are just becoming lost at sea or bodies are accidentally being tossed into the sea or, whatever? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But that's the video for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Something a little bit different from, the typical conspiracy theories that I normally upload. If you like this type of content, this type of video, be sure to let me know and give this video a thumbs up. Also, just a quick reminder in case you didn't see my Facebook post last week. The majority of you guys, the majority of the audience that watches my content are actually from Facebook, not YouTube. And over the last few weeks, Facebook has really kind of been shafting me and not allowing me to promote my videos on Facebook as I was previously. This is drastically cutting down on the people I'm able to reach. And not only that, but it's drastically cutting down on how many of you guys are actually seeing my content every week. I usually upload around 9 a.m. every single Friday. At the time of recording this video, I have something like 1,500 subscribers on YouTube and somewhere in the neighborhood of 7,000 on Facebook. But because of the fact that I'm unable to promote promote my content, only about 500 to 1,000 people are seeing my videos on Facebook. And while that number is actually a little bit higher on YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is that they're doing, it seems as if they've basically blacklisted my channel or my page, and they're refusing to give me, any reason why. I'm assuming because it's conspiracy-based content, and, that just doesn't really mesh well with their whole, ideology of what Facebook should be. Thankfully, they haven't actually removed any videos yet. They're just making it more and more complicated for me to actually promote my content and make sure that you guys actually see it. So anyway, I say all of that to say this. If you see this video, if you like this video and you like the content that I post, I really, really ask that you share this video. Liking a video can really help, and commenting can help just as much, if not more so. But the easiest, quickest, and honestly best way to help this channel out and allow me to continue to bring you new videos and new content is to just hit the share button on Facebook. It takes just a couple clicks, and it'll help the channel out more than you could possibly know. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to click that like button. If you loved it, be sure to share it. Maybe consider subscribing or supporting me on Patreon. But I've been Ty Knots. You guys have been lovely, and I'll see you in the next video. Assuming Facebook lets you see it.